Safety on your weapons, boys.
I'm getting hot.
Hello, welcome to Gutter Stars. This is Spelljammer stream using 2nd edition, or mostly 2nd edition AD&D rules. And this is the second part of our current adventure, or arc, or whatever you want to call it. Yes, what happened? We had a very Spelljammery session last time, actually, even though we weren't in space. What happened last time? Someone want to sum up the session?
We listened to the rumors we'd discovered. I kind of we got 3 main rumors. I kind of said one's rubbish out of hand because it sounds too much like a real job. That was the rumor that there are a big school of these, what are they called? Fish, spish or something. Was it? Space fish. What was
Pish,
it?
yeah.
Pish. Oh, okay. Sorry, I put too many letters in. Pish. Yeah, big school of them that have been like hiding out in some rocks or something, some asteroids. So none of the big trawlers had been able to get them, and they would be worth money to anyone willing to do actual hard labor. The other 2 more interesting ones were someone looking for a kind of subtle group of people to deliver a letter, and the third was about this wrecked Nautiloid ship, this Mind Flayer Spelljammer.
Yeah.
So we kind of figured that 2 of those sounded like they had, well, one of those sounded like it had more of a time constraint than the other. So we went to talk to this gardener at House Eladon, see about his what he needed currying and where to. We delivered some letters, kind of fucked things up a bit, and helped True Love flourish, or something.
Yeah.
And Stype has agreed to marry them, as in, marry them to each other, not
Each other.
To him.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Okay. So that was where we left it off, wasn't it? And though you didn't, there was no combat, but there's a bit of sneaking and a bit of checking around. But you made a mighty 50 platinum out of it.
Yeah.
So it was, great. Okay. So, yes, I guess we should finish up on that, work out anything. Marrying these 2. Well, I suppose you don't necessarily know very much about yet, but one is an elf. The girl is an elf, but that's all. But yes, you want to work that out, and then I guess choose your next job. They did it. They've given you, to be fair, they also gave you a map, didn't they? Or is it so?
Yeah.
Or a map
Yes.
tube at least. They gave you a map tube. You've not actually looked to see if there's a map inside it, but
Well, they told us it would be a map of the catacombs, or a map to an undisturbed catacomb, or something like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Some stuff underground.
Yeah.
Under the rock, or in the rock.
We
But yeah,
should,
you have a map tube. But yeah, so that is something you can consider as well. You've got your other jobs you can consider, and you have the actual issue of marrying them. That, which I think, to be fair, that was more a request. You've been paid. There's no expectation you do it. But if you could help them married, that would be greatly appreciated.
I mean, that's our number 1 priority right now, surely.
Yeah, let's break into which.
Yeah.
I mean, as mentioned, Stype is willing to do this.
Skype is obsolete and takes up a lot of room on your hard drive.
Yeah,
he is willing to do this.
I'm not going to marry them over Skype.
Is Skype your cousin who serves the messenger god?
Yeah, he serves Hermes.
I don't speak of him.
Yeah, he's the black sheep of the family. Real cause of discord.
Hey.
Oh, you're going to get us banned again, Owen. Good God.
Yeah, we were demonetized last time, and it's not clear exactly why.
It
Because
is
YouTube
clear.
and
It is clear it was the wordplay.
yeah, is the
terrible
Nightfalls, was it?
puns.
Yeah,
YouTube
Yeah,
does not care for poons or play on words, if you will.
plays on words. Yeah, yeah. Great. So yeah, what do you want to do next then? Technically, night. So I should probably that is an unuseful thing. But yes, what do you want to do next?
I mean, we could go home, but we've just got paid, so we could also go drinking. But this also might be my student lifestyle influencing my thoughts.
I thought we were going to break into a church so we could marry them.
No, well, I don't think we were planning on doing that tonight. And it is, night.
But not Lloyd is time sensitive. The longer we delay on marrying these two lovely people, the more likely it is that someone will loot the Nautiloid first.
Like, what does it require to marry them?
A priest?
A recognized priest or captain of ship, and either a consecrated space or to be in wild space.
Consecrated space is probably easier.
Yeah.
Break into a church.
Well, we don't need to break into the church.
The temple of
I think
to the gods might let me.
Yeah. What the chances the high priest of Mars is there?
This priest of Zeus, the
Zeus.
guy who isn't him.
Yeah, the lackey guy is the
Mars.
Mars. Yeah.
But
You are breaking up a little bit, Owen.
the priest of Mars is the guy for you out. The priest of
You might want to switch to phono, and you're breaking up quite a lot. Although I'm not convinced that Discord isn't the problem, given that.
Everyone's a little bit crackly. Yeah. In fact, I'm getting.
I was getting
Yeah. I'm getting the same ping going up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's annoying. Discord's been having some real trouble lately.
Skype it is.
Yeah, Skype it is, exactly.
Does Skype still exist?
No, I think it's Teams now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, is that why I think this shit?
Yeah, imagine trying to
Can I-
play D&D over
So
Teams.
there is this foo which used to work. If everyone tries leaving the Discord channel and rejoining it, sometimes connects to a different server.
Yes, it might, because it's currently, Rotterdam.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
right.
let's
Let's give it a
try
go. We shall see.
It's a different number, so I think it is a different one.
Yeah.
Still Rotterdam, but
I don't know where it shows the server on screen, but okay, I believe you.
You click voice connected, the green bit, you can see like your ping information, and it also says Rotterdam and then a number, and that number is which server.
Okay.
I mean, it seems to be fine now.
Yeah.
Let's hope
Stable.
Owen's back. Or we could start making wordplay again.
Yeah, because the packet loss rate is at 0 for me at the moment, but
Yeah.
Let's see if that holds up.
yep.
Yep.
As we might as well discuss this while Owen is reconnecting. After we marry them, are we thinking of going over to the wrecked Nautiloid?
Yes.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Adventure. Excitement.
Oh,
Bloodshed.
Owen is back.
Owen's back.
Night Falls.
Night.
Night falls. Yep.
Again.
Yeah,
Again.
we're gonna get
that.
monetized again, guys.
Night Falls.
Right.
Yeah,
Go
obviously
to
returning to Spelljammer has, after a very stable period of playing Dark Sun, return to Spelljammer has blown everything up. Spaceships. Anyway, yes, I was saying that the High Priest is the Priest of Zeus. The Priest of Mars, the Acolyte of Mars, is the guy that Stype, that likes Stype, and the Priest of Hermes is the guy who Stype has a favour to.
Oh, I thought there was someone who kind of disliked Stype. I thought that was like the priest.
The High Priest of Zeus. The High Priest of Zeus doesn't like him.
Oh, okay. I just got.
I'm not
confused
convinced he
as well.
likes anyone.
Yeah, no, Crassus doesn't really like people. but especially the priest of his who went and got himself killed in a cemetery, albeit heroically breaking up a slaving ring, which kind of... There's also a very wealthy donor involved, which helped.
Yeah.
Yes. So yes, that's the Church of the Church of Planar Olympus, or the Temple of Planar Olympus is your one. So yeah, you can get access to that certainly.
Is
the
priest of Zeus likely to be awake at this time?
I guess
You
less
should talk
likely. It's,
loudly
night.
until
It's
you-
nighttime. Night falls.
Night has fallen.
Yeah, maybe
You
we
cannot
should do
make
it by
the-
night, actually. I mean, these guys
It's
kind of
fire
want to
help.
be in secret anyway, don't they?
Yeah. Like, I feel like eloping would be undermined by a big public wedding.
That is true. Yeah, maybe we should ask them if they want us to marry them now.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about we do want to throw a really nice party though? What's
Yeah,
the
but you
point of
can throw
having
the party
wedding if it's
whenever.
not-
Yeah, you just
So
break into the noble quarter. There's probably a party going on that guy's manor.
Skype tries to look
Yeah,
down
who's
his
that
nose
guy?
at
So
Flynn,
good
but
buddies.
Flynn is much bigger than him, so it doesn't really work.
You want to stand on my shoulders?
His name began with an H, I believe.
Hastame.
That's the lad.
Last name.
Was he the guy who wanted the tomfoolery with the horse?
Yeah.
Yes.
He was the party.
That was in
leader,
our that was in our Planescape 3 shot. That was not in Spelljammer last season.
No. Have we heard rumours of that? I imagine we heard that happened.
Almost certainly, yeah. I suspect
If he's got a party
it's
going on.
something that Kratos does not speak of. People are like, apparently a gigantic horse turned up, like manned by drunks, and also like a drow mushroom druid.
And now the brandy boys haven't been seen since.
Yeah. Well, they had one rather rare, didn't they? They went and hung out in the settlement you went to, I think.
Don't know if they got home.
Yeah, the party is still ongoing. The elven gods are so worn out by it. They've asked them to leave. They're like, guys, this is too much. Yeah, cool. So, yes,
Yeah, do they want to get married? Yeah.
they do. Yeah, sorry, looking chocolate. They do want to get married.
I have a
Right,
wedding present.
let's take
for
him there. Let's take him to the Church Planar Olympus and get this done.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, that's one district travel. Past the Elven Forest, up to the temples. Andrew, do you want to roll a d6?
Okay.
Because on this street that Beach had that, or Flynn had that duel. I think it was like the street.
The Panini duel, as it's come to be
Yeah.
known.
Good previous here.
Yeah. Recent famous events in Brawl history: the Trojan horse being crashed into a temple, and the Panini duel.
We've already forgotten about like the slavers and the big
Yeah.
fight graveyard.
Yeah, no one cares about that. To be fair, the graveyard site thing itself, I think, might have been half covered up, but certainly. Great. So yeah, you will arrive at the Church of Planar Olympus, which is possibly one of these ones over there, but there we are. And its vestibule will be open. The temples tend to be open and rely on the magistrates to, prevent theft or anything. They usually have some of their own acolytes and stuff up, but Bran is not an insanely dangerous city because it's too small and too kind of important economically and stuff. It's only really rough down in the low town where you live. Elsewhere, there's not very significant amounts of crime. You arrive and can gain access. So, as you do, yeah. The acolyte of Hermes will be on night duty, as he normally is. Trifo, like Stype, looks up to Stype a bit.
I greet him.
He looks probably. I'm thinking, how are you getting a message to the chap over at the the little bazaar.
Oh,
Come
I
here.
guess we'd probably split the party so some of us can go
Yeah, that makes sense.
pick him up.
I thought they were
Um,
both already in the greenhouse. I lost track, clearly.
No, the
Yeah.
dwarf was. Yeah,
Okay.
the mage is like, yes, the dwarf was going to marry her, right? That's what this has all been about.
I'm
I was.
lost.
He literally is like, I wasn't paying attention. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, he's going where?
A Stype will stay at the temple.
Mm,
I'll stay with Skype. I probably draw a lot of attention.
Good idea.
I guess Gil's happy to go as long as someone comes with him.
Well,
I don't want to
Flynn,
get mugged.
you have to go, Flynn. Yeege's on mute, so I'm going to take that as agreement. Alex,
Yeah.
do you want to roll a?
Brilliant.
Do you want to roll a d6?
I've not opened the
Yeah.
roll 20. I knew there was something I was forgetting.
Yeah.
I find myself just wandering into Hastane's in case there's a party.
Flynn has turned in the opposite direction. He's preparing the reception feast.
Right, a D6, do you say? Sorry.
Yeah.
Pop. That's a 4.
Okay, and please, do you want to roll another d6 as you continue westwards into, well, up to your own ends. Yes, so
Oops. Not
is
like
it
the Discord.
slash R d6? Yeah, that's good stuff.
Ooh.
Yes,
Ooh,
another
ooh.
panini fight.
Yeah, there are 8 Panini duelists. Okay.
I want to fight against the panini itself.
Yeah,
That's only after you beat all 8 duelists.
yeah. He's like the M. Bison of Brawl, the Panini itself is. Panini.
Flynn dies to a sandwich.
Okay, so you enter the Lesser Bazaar and see kind of near some of the inns and stuff, there is the same priest of Ilmater evangelizing Brawlians that you met yesterday in the Great Bazaar.
Which is the lesser bazaar? Where's that?
This is where you are. This is where you live, just off this in the Red House, and the abandoned shop is here as well. More of a party environment here. But yeah, so there's still some people around, but the bazaar, the kind of main bazaar and the shops are shut. There's still some inns and taverns around. Lots of dark corners though, but yeah, you can see in front of a, the torches outside an inn. You can see this guy telling people go in and out that rather than, particularly those who are coming out looking miserable, that they do not need to drown their sorrows any longer. So they can actually turn their suffering to good purpose if they serve Ilmater.
Which one is Ilmater? What does he do?
Uppers.
I think you'd picked up that he's a god of suffering.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whatever that means.
yeah. Don't drown your sorrows. Come suffer to make yourself feel better.
I think it's more sort of channeling your suffering towards noble purposes, but
It's more suffering for noble purposes. Like you suffer so
Yeah.
others don't, etc., etc. Die in a painful manner so that nobody else has to, or something.
So this guy would
preferably not that part, but yeah.
You know, if you have to.
Yeah, I mean, the Major has done that, hasn't he? So, you know,
Yeah,
he's an
but
expert.
I still wouldn't recommend it.
This priest might find it. He might find it like a noble sacrifice if we threw him off the edge of the rock. You know, in service to his god.
Yeah, they are outside the Rampant Lion, which is one of the nicer low town inns, taverns. But yeah,
I'll tell him.
he is doing that. He's not in your way or anything. That's just what you can see.
Yeah, well, I'll tell him to stop being such a downer. People are trying to have a good time here.
Flynn just leaves Gil as Gil's trying to explain what he's heard about this, just to go and tell this guy off.
Excuse me, I have something important
really
to do. You continue. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, you're going to go and collect your other charge, and then return. In which case, Alex D6.
Yep.
Midtown.
That's the wrong tab. There we go. That's 4.
And Beach, as you're the other person in the party.
I wasn't ready to have to roll so quickly. Okay. Smooth sailing.
That is just over for me. 5, great. So yeah, you return, and yes, Stype. I guess you can probably find one of the chapels, the chapel to Demeter, if you're wanting to use that one. It's just a small. Obviously each of the gods of Olympus has a small chapel, and the 4 that have active priests get more attention, but there are ones to all of them. Some people will go and give offering and stuff at each one. But yeah, there is a small shrine to Demeter you can go to.
Okay, great. I take some like wheat, some grain, and I put it on I assume there's like an altar or something, like votive offering thing, ready to burn it when the time comes. And I get them to stand in front of the shrine, and I will get them to pledge to each other that they will till the fertile soil of each other's love, that it may grow into a bountiful marriage,
Aye.
and that the land in turn supports them and carries them through all the days of their life. And if they, assuming they do the I do's and what have you, I will have them clasp hands and turn to the votive offering, light the grain on fire so that the fumes rise to the shrine of Demeter, and I say, then I call on the blessing of Demeter, my god, to bind both of you for life.
The guy, boy, or young man is a human, and the young lady is an elf, or seemingly young lady. I guess you could be like 80, and they will give their promises and be witnessed by the dwarf gardener, who probably while you're saying your may you plough the soil bountifully stuff, is kind of looking at you oddly and like reading your lips, being like what, and then it is then they will kind of thank you, and then the girl will say, now my uncle can't complain. It's a bit too late for that, and
As the best man, I have a toast.
Yeah. They turn around to Flynn, who probably I don't know if Flynn carries any alcohol around with him, but probably does have a glass with him.
Yeah, I'll give a very generic. I don't even remember the guy's name. Like, oh, wait.
You've never learned it. You've never learned either of their names.
The gentleman. I have many stories I could tell about the gentleman. I'll go into an overly long, but very general and not deep speech.
Yeah. Advice to people about to get married, like for 10 minutes.
Stype wipes a single tear from his eye.
Yeah.
I tried to get AI to generate me a generic best man speech, but it was gonna have to email me the result later, so it wasn't worth it.
Yeah. When you check it the next day, you find out it has some kind of, for 75% of it, it looks normal, but then the last quarter, it has obviously copy and pasted some completely inappropriate stuff. From like an obscure new age sect about Demeter. This is a future Spelljammer plot, isn't it? Like rogue AI, but it's magic.
Oh, sorry. I meant I actually, listen, I was going to get AI to write me a speech.
Yeah.
But it wasn't going to be ready in time, so I...
No, but you will find in real life then that tomorrow you'll open it up and it will end with something insanely inappropriate stuff from a new age cult.
Probably.
It looked really good up until then. Great. So, yeah, what do you want to do now then? You're going home? You're going to, if there's some suggestion, you're going to Hastaines? You're going to Hastaines?
The night is young. Might as well.
What? Right.
Stype will go to drink the couple's health with you.
The couple should come with us.
Yeah.
Hastaines is
Yeah,
great. Salute.
Stipe actually thinks the couple should be in their own company.
Yeah. That's probably for the best if we're not with them.
Oh, don't be foolish. There'll be plenty of nights.
I mean, if you can't have a reception, surely you could, crash someone else's party.
Yeah.
I would like to sort of grab.
Oh no, I mean, we can
Flynn
go to
by the ear and
Halfstaines.
start taking him away from the couple.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, will be returning to the property on the low market into kind of the still kind of used back rooms of that. I think is their plan. Yeah, the guy says that his family owns the property and he's kind of had that kitted out secretly. So, but yeah, he says he says he doesn't know what he does kind of say. I don't know what my dad will think when he finds out what I've spent my allowance on, but and shrugs. They're obviously both very giddy and happy.
Wait, is he referring to he spend his allowance on us currying letters?
I mean, also that probably.
Yeah, no, that he says no persona. Put that money up. I refurbished the back of the old shop, like the old locksmiths. So
I mean, that seems like a perfectly good investment.
I feel like she probably paid more money than you did here.
Yeah, it's probably not cheap to quietly restore a place like that.
Yeah. Medieval economy, food costs nothing, furnishing costs a lot.
Okay.
So, yeah. Okay. But yes, he'll certainly say he's very grateful, and we'll say to Stype particularly that and this name will ring a bell with the Major and Gilbert, who say if House Moon can ever help you, and I'm in a position to influence my father's planning, then please ask.
Now I have to go find my notes and figure out who House Moon is.
Moune. It's a trading house. It's a merchant house.
Well, that explains all of the money.
Oh, yes, they're the people who paid us to go to the ice asteroids in the prologue. I must have misspelled that because I've written more.
Probably.
It's Moune, so it's not
Yeah,
far
yeah.
from Moor.
Yeah.
That's fine. Oh,
To be honest,
great.
I was probably spelling it Moon, so
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, the Major wasn't spelling it at all, was he?
yeah, good point.
Yeah.
I was spelling it X.
Yeah.
Well,
Uh,
they did give it to us.
There's a thing where, like, obviously you kept journals for lots of the Major kept journals for several sessions of the first adventure, which is ironic. Presumably he was dictating it to a scribe who can't actually write or read.
We had an auto-gnome. It was fine. He could probably write.
I was going to say, what is the Major's intelligence?
I think it's like 11 or something. It's not.
In that case,
Terrible.
he'll be semi-literate in the sense he'll be able to read like stop and stuff like
12,
that.
technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he will be semi-literate technically.
Yeah.
In terms of our house rules, which is that you have to take reading, writing to actually be able to like actually read stuff and to be able to write stuff. But if it's just like a exit sign or stop, no entry, you can decode that below intelligence. Well,
That
as long
one
as you're
means
above,
ignore this sign.
Yeah, it says stop. That means I go. The typical Giff philosophy there in action. Okay, so yeah, where next? What next?
We've got a party to crash, probably.
Yeah,
It might not even be a party tonight. We might just get there and it's like dead quiet. The one night, nothing's happening.
yeah. Hastane is naming a party. It's going to be 2 rolls, I guess. So we should have Andrew and Tom roll because they were not on the side track. So
Right.
and Tom, do you roll the second one? I think Hastane's is.
Sorry,
or is it that one?
D6. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. I got 107. Does that count?
Yeah.
2. Cool. So yeah, you will arrive at Hastane's. There is typically a party going on,
Dig.
so that's good. It's fun. And I'm sure that, yeah, I guess you're probably a fairly presentable group, other than maybe Stype, who will be, is a peasant priest, isn't he? But everyone else has flashy clothes. Especially because I think, Flynn and the Major both bought clothes, I think, between adventures.
Yeah.
New clothes.
I've put on my best Hessian tunic.
Yeah. You put out, you kind of carry around a cornucopia just to look like you fit in. Oh, we actually said off stream, but we should say now, given we're at a party, it is Burns Night, a Scottish celebration. I don't know if I'm minusculely Scottish. I don't know if anyone else is, but several of us are drinking Scotch whiskey tonight. So yeah, what are people drinking?
I am drinking Bunaharbin. That's good stuff. Bunaharbin 12.
I am drinking, but not sponsored by Glenmorangie.
Nice.
No.
Yeah.
Fitting my name, I'm drinking Penderyn to start with. I'll probably have something else later, but
Well,
drinking a Welsh whiskey.
Traitor.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a traitor to my homeland. I'm just a rebel against Scotland.
Did anyone have haggis?
No, but I kind of wish I did now.
yeah, I was quite busy today. I'd considered it. But...
My children did at nursery.
Oh,
That's good.
Nice.
yeah, that's. Did they like it?
I don't know, they didn't mention it. We only saw about it on the app reports they get. Great. Yes, you are at Hastane's. You'll see there are obviously a couple of his house guards do float around a bit, but they're pretty discreet. I think you've seen this before, possibly actually last time, more than the time before, more than the actual adventure, but in Planescape. But you'll have seen them. Your characters in Spelljammer will have seen that they're quite discreet. These guards, they don't really interfere. They really kind of discourage fighting, but otherwise, more or less any other kind of excess. The occasional old buffer who has a fatal heart attack, they discreetly take away. Generally speaking, any excess you desire is and this is the Rygar's reputation. The species known as the Rygar. They're all into excess, aren't they? So it isn't surprising.
You're allowed to say degenerate, Owen.
Well, this is what I say. This is the general gossip about the Rygar on the Rock of Braal. But Hastane, he's a good host. He's if not liked, at least enjoyed as a host. You spoke to him a couple of times last time, I think, possibly, but
Flynn definitely did. I don't remember if the rest of us did because this was a long time ago, in like real world terms.
Yeah.
in real world terms, yeah. No, Flynn certainly did.
I don't remember if we were just
I
causing a
don't think
distraction
so.
at the time.
Yeah, I think the rest of us were causing a distraction or following a different lead or something.
Yeah.
But Flynn was fine.
Well, yeah, I think you had some people go and talk to servants. You had, and then
Yeah.
Flynn,
Yeah.
went to spoke there. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
we're trying to
you
get
could-
more information about our mystery, but I don't think he was ultimately
Yeah.
that helpful.
I think he gave some veiled hints.
Oh, yeah, he might have helped us narrow in on that it was the chained men, because I don't think at that time we knew who might be behind it, so he might have given us little clues that there were, like, slavers operating clandestine.
We
Yeah.
should loudly thank him in the middle of the party.
Well, thank him for what? We can't talk about. What
Yeah.
exactly was the terms of Aegeus?
Yeah, we wrestled Major Remmington-Smythe's large mouth shut as he tries to thank Halfling for his help with the thing that we can't talk about.
The gayest was that you could not mention the client or the person rescued or things to do with that. Probably you'd find it difficult to explain very much about what happened. You might be able to be like, in the cemetery where there was the people who the bad guys who had done something.
But
I died, says the Major.
we can brag about having done a recent job for someone who wanted a lot of, an important person who wanted their privacy kept and required us to be bound under Aegeus, and they were very happy with our work. It's such a shame we can't tell you more.
Yeah.
Say that kind of thing.
But you could try buying us a
probably
drink and that
serious.
might work,
The problem with Flynn is that he's literally always saying this, so everyone's like, yeah, you said that two months ago, Flynn. It's like, yeah, I just can't tell you about my real work. Yeah, they're great. You'll be having a nice time. Any particular objectives while you're here, or are you just going to return home once you've had your fill?
Might be worth seeing if there's like any other, work about, or if people, anyone if we can make any impressive contacts, or just spread our name a bit.
I look for the person with the shiniest buttons. They're clearly the most important.
Yeah. No, so there'll be a few guests you recognise, I guess, as you go round. Hastane is obviously, though you can go and try to talk to him. He's obviously always got someone to talk to. He's a popular man. You'll recognise, Flynn will recognise Otho Calandra, a swashbuckler of his Panini acquaintance. And you'll recognise, Flynn will also recognise, this will be Flynn, other people will recognise Otho. Flynn will recognise Lady Marish Cartan, who I think he had a verbal encounter with whilst also talking to Hastane, a beautiful young lady who of House Cartan, associated with the second, with the prince's major domo, Lord Cartan. And you'll recognise that there is I suppose to you, they're probably all show, but the particular individual is in fact, I believe, Kozakuran, but a Yakuza factor who you negotiated with, who doesn't like the Major and he do not like each other. I think everyone else kind of made their peace with them. It was, talking to more or less everyone you recognise from a mercantile background. You can see that these things are not simply festivals of excess; they are business soirees as well. You suspect. Those are people you recognise who are present.
I probably shouldn't go and talk to the crime lord.
There are also probably servants you recognise, to be fair. As in, Stype might recognise some of the servants, because this was it was only 3 weeks ago, wasn't it, that you were here. So Stype will recognise some of the servants. And the Major, I think, was with him for a bit of that as well, so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If there's any of those people you'd like to try to speak to, you may. Otherwise, you can return her.
Yeah, I like the idea of just poking people to see if there's rumors of other lucrative opportunities. I think ultimately, if we want to be anybody, we're gonna have to get our hands on an actual Spelljammer at some point.
Yeah.
So maybe angling to see if there's any opportunities where one might fall into our clutches. One that we can actually pilot, since I don't think we can pilot a Mind Flayer one.
Let's get that North
None of
Lloyd.
us can. None of us can pilot one at the moment. I don't think any of us have the proficiency.
I do.
Oh, okay.
I spent.
You need to be second level, wouldn't you? Because you'd need to be able to divide by 2. So your SR currently would, because it rounds down. But yes, you will be able to. Stype will be able to, and Jamie's character will be able to. His fighter mage. Obviously, that's a million years to get there.
I know how is the more important thing. The elves would sometimes let me park.
Yes. Yeah, you could practice when it's in 4, and they're like, you don't actually really have enough power to do this. And you're like, I can do it.
I'm making it move.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, cool. Okay. I will generate you a rumor then, because you're probably what you're going to have to spend some money, I suspect, on tipping the waiters and on gambling to get rumors. So yeah,
That's fine.
If you say 20 gold, that's a couple of bottles of whiskey, isn't it?
Yeah.
You discover they're celebrating Burn Night, and while everyone's wondering if this is some sort of ethnic festival from the Time Planet, Hastain's like, no, I made it up. What you do is you pour brandy on a cake and you set it on fire. Burn Night. I'll be right back. I'll get you in that.
Did we actually divvy out that platinum from before?
I
That 50 platinum.
don't believe so.
Oh yeah, I don't think we did because it was 50. It would have been 50 divided like 6 ways or something, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So it was just a slightly awkward number. But 48 divided 6 ways, that's not an awkward number. So just take off, 20 gold from 50 platinum and be left with 48 platinum.
Or we could give each of us a stipend and put the rest into a joint bank account. Or a joint mattress. Whatever the banking equivalent is on the rock.
Oh, mattress, yeah.
We just put it in the hamster's nest.
Yep, we keep all of our gold inside of a hamster. It's clearly the safest way.
I mean,
you
if
guys
anyone's
are
willing,
discover...
anyone willing to fight the hamster for it can have it.
You guys are going to discover that while at some point you don't know when, but somehow Flynn gave the hamster as a wedding present to the couple. Shoved it into that renovated back room. He's your problem now. Congratulations.
Yeah. You will hear tell that there is there is a bunch of Giff who are flying something called a turtle ship around, which is powered by something called a furnace rather than by a helm. And they've been flying around the worlds of Brawl Space, hawking someone got an enormous amount of lamp oil and are selling a bit of it at each port they go, and they're expected into the rock soon, is the rumour. And this is seen as incredibly funny. This is not like a trading opportunity for people, they just think this is hilarious.
Did you use a TH or?
Yeah.
No, Giff. Go. If says the a guy who looks, There's three young men drinking brandy after having poured half of it on a cake and set it on fire while shouting "Burn!" And they are telling the story that they've heard. Lady Marish Cartan is off to the side, looking slightly disapproving at them, as if they're rubbish oiks.
Could I ask these men to say the word "fufark," please?
Fusrodar. One of them says, "No, wait a second, that's not how it goes."
Close enough.
Yeah, he then pours brandy into your already full glass. Gil.
I'd like to impress him by using my cantrip to set it on fire with like a click of my fingers.
Yeah.
But I just got a glass of burning brandy.
Yeah.
And then down it in one before it burns you.
And then I'll
burn!
Burn! And down.
Yeah. Yeah. Great.
Congratulations, you just invented the flaming Homer.
The flaming Teamorin.
Flaming tea.
And then of course the lady is very impressed by our antics because it's very impressive.
Yeah.
These are surely the best antics since the horse and the
the most entertainment since the horse.
No, she turns pointedly to a servant as the servant pours some more sparkling wine out, and she says, "Do you know if there where there is anyone, perhaps in one of the salons, talking about some of the finer things of life, perhaps theatre or wine or something?" And the servant nods his head and says, "Oh, mutters about where to go." And she says, "I do so long for intelligent conversation," and walks off.
Why would you come to one of these parties if you're going to be like that?
She does not deign to turn around as Gil starts mouthing off as she leaves. You turn around. One of the brandy boys has managed to climb up onto a wall sconce and is pouring brandy on the fire.
Mr. Brandy, you escaped elf heaven. Congratulations.
He says, "Yes, some of our friends came back. Some of them didn't, and then we were back here."
What was it like?
Elf well-told story.
He says, I think possibly you actually dropped them off in Olympus, didn't you, technically? I don't think you took them too much farther. But he says, "Fantastic ouzo. It's made of, trees, I think." Or is that Retzine? He kind of shrugs. He says, I had a lot of stuff. It was great."
Well.
You've paid for your drinks in Elvish Platinum. You've got your rumour. Anything else?
I'm satisfied.
Yeah.
You're going to have 2 rolls to get home, so Alex.
I am Alex.
Yep, you roll D6, please.
Oh no.
Let me just get my... I'm actually, because I've been trying out a few city encounter systems to see which one I prefer most as the base. I'm tonight using, as we discussed it last time, the Nocturnal Table by Gabor Lights. Okay. Okay. As you are walking through the upper town, through the noble estates, you will see, let's see. you will see ahead of you a group of armored figures. Just getting at the relevant information. On the right page. You will see five out of you, five armed and armoured figures swaggering around just around the edge of the noble estates. They have flasks in their hand, and you see what one of them does not have a flask in his hand, and it is sort of walking in a funny manner behind them. But yes, they are directly in your way as you come down the street.
I continue walking.
Yes, this is a great plan. I will stand behind the Major.
Yeah. Great. Stype, Flynn.
Stype will just follow.
Major, what is your charisma bonus? Your reaction bonus?
My reaction bonus is 0.
Okay. They keep heading towards the Major. The Major keeps heading towards them.
Are they armed?
They are armed. Yeah.
Okay.
No, they come up. They will stop, kind of, 5 yards off the Major, 10 yards off the Major, and call out and say, "Friends, you're out very late, aren't you?" You see that in the lamplight, so there are lamps here. That they have a swatch. Each of them has a swatch on their chain or their leather, depending on what it is, of a single long wolf fang. And on the other side, they have a sword over a world. So they've got their two swatches: a wolf fang and a sword over a world.
Is that anything we recognise, guys?
Do I know anything about?
Do you know about mercenaries? Yeah, you think they're probably mercenaries. Is what the Major will think. He doesn't know
Heraldry thing or not, but I didn't.
Yeah, I think heraldry would do you here. So would if there's an NWP that represented knowledge of mercenary organisations or something. But these three, these five. Sorry, there's one hangs slightly behind them, and then there are kind of four other. You see, three are human. One looks somewhat human, but has kind of very big tusk kind of protrusions. So it looks human other than tusk protrusions from their lower face.
Good evening and well met, my fine lads. We're just on our way home from a spot of partying. Do you mind if you shuffle along a bit, let us past?
Looking around at you, they and say, "Well, perhaps the party's just started, friend." Probably looking at the Major and say, "Oh, you're in uniform. You're from one of the Giff companies, are you?"
Indeed, old chap. I forgot if I established the name of the company, but that is where I am from.
He says, seen much action, have you? In a bright, shiny
More than you
like
can imagine, old bean. Taps nose and misses.
Yeah. But yeah, one of them they'll chuckle and then start shaking their weapons and say, well, perhaps we can have a bit of friendly to and fro here. Finish the night off well. What do you say?
Are they trying to mug us?
Ask them that. Just ask them.
Like,
At this point, if they're trying to mug us, they'll probably admit it.
Yeah, Gil behind the mage says, ask them, just ask them, like he's whispering this.
Look, is this just a bit of a friendly Barney in the streets, lads, or are you trying to rob us? They
look at each other. We as the Longfangs are honest in the way we gain our stuff. We're no mere muggers. But he says, if you'd like to pay for the next few rounds, throw your money in front of you, and maybe we'll probably go off to a pub. But otherwise, let's set to. Let's set to, friends.
I'm in the
Yeah,
bar.
let's have at them. There's 5 of them.
Let's have
Let's have at them.
Yep.
Let's show them what's up.
Okay. Now, it does specifically say in the player's handbook for Spelljammer that if they're holding weapons, Giff will take this fight very seriously and fight to the death. So, this is not going to end well for them.
Right, Major. Once their legs are broken, you could stop punching them.
What is a punch?
Oh shit, headbutts. Oh shit.
The Major did break open the chainman hideout, and just before he went down, like headbutted someone to death. That was his heroic stand, was like creaming someone else's head. Cool. Hey, if you're joining combat, can we have declarations then? Gil, Major.
It is very tempting to just step out from behind the Major and colour spray them all.
Yell loudly in charge. Never fails.
You're welcome to colour spray them.
Hang, let me check Gil. Gil is true neutral. He doesn't care about honour. Yeah, Gil will do that. Gil is a no-nonsense kind of guy.
It's colour spray speed 1.
Speed 1, yeah.
The Major. Yeah. Pew!
Charging and headbutt, speed 3.
Yeah, natural attack.
Major, you're gonna splatter him all over the cobblestones.
Is this going to be is this, to be clear also, is this a charge, as in the minor, you lose your dex bonus, you gain an attack bonus? Or is it just move
I
and
wasn't
attack?
aware that was an option.
Yes, it is.
And I don't have a dex bonus.
Are we that far apart that would be necessary? Well, I guess. How far?
Oh no, you don't need to be far. No, you're only like 10 away.
Oh.
That doesn't really matter. Charge. I don't believe charge has a minimum range. It's just that Andrew said, "Can I charge?" A character can also charge a foe, increases the character's movement rate by 50%, and enables the character to make an attack at the end of his movement. Which means the point is you can move 150% of your full movement and attack. You get +2 bonus. Lance gets done. This is, don't ask Alex about Sir Percy. However, charging gives the opponent several advantages. First, they gain a -2 bonus to their initiative rolls, so you'd be on a 5 essentially for your speed.
Right.
Second, charging characters gain no dex bonus, and they suffer an AC penalty of 1. So it's up to you. You can essentially take an initiative penalty, which may not matter that much, and an AC bonus, which may or may not matter that much.
I'll charge. Let's see what happens.
Hey, headbutt 5. In that case, Flynn. Where?
I will run after the Major, and when I get, I will deftly slap the weapon out of the hand of one of the assailants who he didn't headbutt.
Yep.
We're just assuming the one that gets headbutted is going to be Chunky Salsa.
Yeah, I just assume the headbutted one is going to be Paste. So the one to the side, I will knock his weapon out of his hand.
So disarm. And what's the speed of disarm?
So that'll be a 5 with my rapier. It's the speed of my weapon +1.
Okay, Stype.
I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on the one that Flynn is going to try and disarm, and if 10 foot is enough to hit 2 of them, I will hit the guy next to him as well.
Yeah. Is it 10? Is there a 10-foot cube or 10-foot radius?
10 foot. sorry. It says 10 square feet. So I guess that's
that's 1 square probably, isn't it? Because that's gonna be 3 by 3.
Yeah.
Roughly. It's 3 point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's probably one target because they're not gonna be like arm to arm, are they?
Yeah.
Fairy fire. What speed is fairy fire?
4.
Classic beast spell. Comparatively super.
And square
Okay.
foot level.
Yeah, Stype is first.
Yeah.
Obviously, clerics are fairly cheap to level up, but Stype didn't get to share the second treasure.
Yeah.
10. Okay, this is good news for you. In that case, Andrew is Alex's encounter. So Andrew, you roll the initiative.
Okay. 9.
Okay, should we get some stressful music? Let's get some stressful music. Let's get this one. Okay. So, first action to go off will be the colour spray. Let's double check the rules on that.
I
On casting a spell, the wizard causes, so from 1d6 creatures are affected, it's a 5 by 20 by 20 wedge, so you're going to move forward to, it's coming forward from you, so it's going to be 20 at its outside edge, isn't it, is the point? 20 foot range, essentially.
Yeah, it's pretty narrow.
So so probably you can probably get 3 of the ones in their front rank and 1 in the second rank, or something like that. Because their ranks are 4 and 1 essentially. I think, which is I kind of already described, but just to be clear. And your ranks are currently Major, Gil, and then Flynn and Stype, third rank essentially. So your colour, so it's 1d6.
1d6 affected in order of increasing distance. All creatures above my level and those of 6, and all creatures above the level of spellcast and all those of 6th level or 6 die or more get a save. Anyone else doesn't. Anyone who fails a save or doesn't get a save is unconscious for 2d4 rounds. Hang on. Creatures not allowed or failing spells. Oh fucking hell! I just go roll my d6 and figure it out.
Yeah.
There's so many words that might not matter.
I don't understand words.
Well, no, there's so much which just doesn't matter to me because it'll matter on your side because it's based off of hit dice. This music really is quite intense, isn't it? It doesn't seem that bad, but you're trying to concentrate and you got,
Alex is like in tears at the other end.
Is it good whiskey, Alex?
I will drink more whiskey.
Yeah.
What should I open second? Should I open the first, the second, or the third?
You want to go from least peated to most peated, if that matters.
Oh, I started with the Bunaharbin, which is pretty peaty.
Yeah.
Oh, not super peaty. What do you got? It depends what the others are. What else do you have? It's me.
Howlila, Talisker, or Nika. Nika's definitely the least peaty.
Yeah, Nika's definitely the least peaty.
Yeah, either that or Kalila, and then.
Yeah, probably Howlila, Talisker, Nika.
I don't know enough to comment.
Yeah.
Well, Nika's Japanese.
So we'll they don't tend to be their stuff. Penderyn does now have as not super locally authentic, but let's in that case they were all going to save the one that the mage was charging fails. He's asleep. The second one 12, which is a save us spell. That's a fail. The third in the front rank, and the one in the second rank. Yeah.
Wow.
4 sleeping.
Are they all down?
No, they all fall asleep.
Oh.
Yeah. It smells brutal.
I'll just check one thing, but yes. It's certainly you see several of them falling over. One in the front rank is up. I think about the second action. You've got an advantage of 1, so that happened as their initiative kicked in, didn't it? So in that case, Fairy Fire is probably going.
Fairy Fire, speed 4.
Yeah,
Yes. They'd have to have a speed 3 weapon to go at the same time.
Yeah.
They do not. That's it. There's no save, so that one is just lit up and is +2. Probably +1 bonus in Twilight or better. So the Major has a +1 on top of his +2 for charge.
Oh dear.
On top of the fact the guy is prone. So.
And
the guy is helpless. He is falling prone as you hit him. And then the Flynn and the Major. Flynn, your guy is actually.
I wanted to verify the guy that Flynn was going to disarm, just to be clear. So it is...
Oh yes, no, that's fine. Sorry, no. In that case, Flynn, you can still make a disarm attack. You'll get an advantage. In that case, you'll get the advantage as well of him being asleep, or rather, him falling asleep as you go, which is going to be. Is it plus? Is that +4?
If I can't disarm a sleeping opponent, I will just pack it in.
Yeah.
I think you can disarm a sleeping opponent by just gently removing the sword from his hand.
Yeah. That's worthy to hit modifiers. Never
should
quite.
I make my attack roll or?
Yes, you should. Yes.
Okay, so that's 18 minus 1d. Oh, bloody hell! Wait, why have I got an exclamation mark? Doesn't matter.
The Major misses.
Yeah.
Flynn, you can go.
Yeah, I'm just going to assume that the bonus is going to wipe out my negative for attempting to disarm.
Yeah, I was going to say. So both of you, as I would count them as color spray count as sleeping. I assume that's probably the best description. In that case, it's an automatic hit. It doesn't matter that they've only gone to sleep this round, so you should both hit. In fact, you do roll for damage.
So those hit.
Then I triumphantly knock his weapon away and say, "Haha! I've bested you," as if I did something very impressive.
And,
your damage just applies, and the Major can. Is that your damage?
it will be that +1 because I've got a strength bonus, so 8.
8. Yep. You went for the lead one. Let me hit points he has. You crack Pascal, and he's bleeding but not dead. Yes. And are there any other actions? That's it, isn't it? So they've got one guy awake. He will go in with a long sword on the Major. This is the remaining guy in the... But yes. And he will miss the Major. He then looks up and looks at his sleepy cohorts. Second round, declare.
I'm just gonna, shout out. I'm just gonna leave now. You have fun fighting the Major. And I will continue walking on.
Yeah, not running away, just walking away.
Yeah, I'll just step over one of the unconscious guys.
Cool.
Continue trying to bludgeon this man to death?
What, the one who's asleep or the one who has attacked you?
The one who has attacked, the one who's still up and has attacked me.
Yeah, you turn around to him and you're like, now it's time for him. Okay, Flynn? Or Stype?
Beach is muted, so...
Stype will also attack the guy who's up, and if the Major gets to him first, he will attack the leader, who is the guy who the Major headbutted.
I said, Major, tear his arms off.
I'm attacking with a sickle, which is speed 7.
7, yeah, great. And yeah, Flynn, you give orders to tear people's arms off, and then what else do you do? What else do you want to say?
I'll give a graceful thrust of my rapier into his leg. Or
I thought you were going to say hips.
A graceful thrust of my hips.
He's basically Lord Flashheart. Woof! Beach, roll a d10.
Oh,
I just heard a whiskey bottle open. What a glorious sound.
there is no
I
better
have
sound, is there?
the slight advantage, but the natural attack will go first at 3.
Okay.
So, headbutt this poor fellow. No bonuses on this guy. He is not very far. So your second.
That's
Yeah,
my
given
second
the other-
natural one.
I enjoy the fact that I actually was like, oh no, you don't need to roll because he's just fallen unconscious. So you didn't even have to count the first natural one, but somehow. He is going up 5, and that is going to go before the rapier. So, in fact, you need some command.
The Major is very drunk right now, that's all I can say.
Yeah, his morale check he'll hold. He does have a miss. So, Flynn, you're next. Gil, as you walk past, you do see the guy in the second rank. Doesn't look quite human, and by that, as he looks a bit weird and withered and strange coloured flesh in the gaslight, in the lamplight. Sorry.
Zombies.
Good.
Wow, we got too drunk.
this is
Stype,
bad,
can you redeem
holy
your
moly.
friend? Because I think this guy is about to gain morale as he begins to stump. He's like dancing amongst you. He's obviously a kind of skilled sword fighter, kind of ducking away from your blows, half stripping you up.
I think if we're rolling once,
Yeah,
we're
it's
just
fine.
swinging nowhere near him.
Yeah. He actually failed his morale check and is already in the next district. You're just keeping attacking. Stype, your attack.
16.
16 will hit.
A small medium, I take it.
Yep, small medium.
2 damage.
Ooh. Okay, and he will get his specialization longs to attack on the major. No. I think he's trying to work out the dynamics of hitting a Giff. You think, oh, it's bigger, it's an easier target, but he's like, how do you, isn't this all just blubber?
I just feel like I'm being prodded in the side at this point, basically.
Yeah, kind of bang. I was going to say, you're looking forward to your Giff chainmail. It's certainly going to be superior to. What are you wearing now? Is it nothing? Are you wearing leather, or are you wearing no armor?
I am wearing
You have
no
natural
armor. I have natural armor.
Do Giff have natural armor?
You are
think
in your
what's that
birthday
called?
suit.
No, I'm in my military uniform and I carry a shield. But yeah, weapons and armor are a thing that I don't really have
Because they're expensive.
benefits
'cause
from at the
big.
moment.
Yeah.
Essentially.
What is Giff natural armor again?
Gift natural armor is 6, so it's pretty decent.
Yeah,
I've got
not
a
as good as
shield.
chain. Not as good as chain. So, but you are AC 5 with chain. It turned to AC 4.
Yeah, chain is the
better. Medium shield, I guess. I need to check if that is medium shield 2 attacks around that it can take, or is it 3? Like that.
I think it's 2 front and side.
Yeah, and none rear. Yeah, obviously it's something which, unless someone is swamped, I find very rarely comes up because usually there's a battle line and people don't like. And to be fair, the Mage specifically might, because he's quite tough to stand around and take 5 attacks, but usually that's not how. Even in Dark Sun, where there was such a high casualty rate, the whole gimmick was almost like, no, narrow spaces, then get swarmed.
I think all the fights we had in wide spaces were the worst ones in Dark Sun.
Yeah.
Like that bullet.
Yeah, the bullet was bad. No, so the Black Mysterial, which had killed the first one you killed, did kill people, but that was in the tunnel. It was actually better once it's out, and then Jay playing Garrus. Garrus was just running around kiting it, and eventually Asher poisoned it to death.
Yeah, I guess the stronger party wants worse terrain.
Yeah.
Or limited, angles. Whatever. There's a better way of phrasing that.
Mm. Yeah, well, whoever's numerous typically wants more space. Whether or not they're stronger doesn't really matter, but whoever's numerous wants more space, whereas whoever is less numerous wants Thermopylae.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Because I should check. Is Colour Spray interrupted by being attacked?
I have it on?
I feel like it's not, but
I don't think it is.
sleep. I think sleep is.
What I have here.
It says they are struck unconscious for 2d4 rounds. Those with so many hit dice are blinded for d4 rounds. Those with so many hit dice are stunned for 1 round.
Yeah. I've pasted the rules in the Discord at the moment, and yeah.
Yeah. So assuming that those guys are all 1 hit die or failed saves.
Yeah.
Oh no, they failed saves and they hit them. So they'd have to be 1 hit die to be unconscious, which they are.
In that case, I'll say he won't attack this round because it's my mistake. But the guy that the Major initially attacked does stagger up, kind of gripping his eyes, like holding his eyes. Yeah. So he is conscious, but he is confused at the very least. So yeah, round 3.
Well.
So yeah, there are technically 2 of them up. One of them is not doing very much, but yeah. The one that Gil walks past looks weird. That was Gil's piece of information.
I was expecting to just end this and go, but that didn't happen. So I guess I'll pull out my sling.
Your friends are terrible at their job. I mean, Stype hit someone.
Yeah. The priest is doing the best in melee.
Yeah. This got Stype killed last time, to be fair. So.
But yeah, I will.
When will I learn?
I'll pull out my sling.
Cheating.
Actually, I don't know if I wanted to fire my sling because I'm more likely to hit the Major, aren't I?
Yeah.
He's big.
There are 3 of you engaged. One of them will count 2, and there are 2 of them engaged. So there'll be a 2-to-1 chance of hitting a friendly. I think would be the ratio.
I could just draw my sword and charge back in.
Yeah. Rear attack.
But that is a good point. Yeah, rear attack is probably worth it. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm 2-handing a bastard sword, so.
Language.
What?
I'm 2-handing an illegitimate sword. So with the penalty, that will be speed.
A sword from a statistically more deprived background. Yeah. Alan Bastard sword. Yeah, what's the speed of a bastard sword?
8 normally, so it'll be 10 on the charge.
Yeah. To be fair, they're not expecting you.
No.
So, Major headbutt 3.
Yep.
Flynn Rapier 5. Stype 6 and 7, or different. I can imagine Stype being different.
Yeah, I'll. Sorry, is that what Stype doing? I'll be doing the same thing. Yes, acting on 7.
Sickling. Okay. Beach, you roll initiative. Roll D10 for your side. I get a 4. It's not that bad because the Major will go first. So, which one are you headbutting? Are you headbutting the unaffected one or the one you initially attacked?
I'll keep attacking the unaffected one. That's who I aimed at last time, I guess. So.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, that'll hit.
Yeah, that hit.
Yeah.
That's much more like it.
And
much more like it.
2d6 plus 1. That's. Oh dear, that's 13 damage.
He was on 8. He had 21. Oh no, that one. Sorry, that guy had 8 left. So yeah, he had 6 left.
I wish I had attacked the big one now, but I didn't.
You cream cheese him. The other guy will swing out with the battle axe confusedly at probably the Major, because Mage's the biggest target. And will miss. He can't see properly. Flynn, I guess you can attack the. I was going to say, see if this the blinded big guy survives. So Flynn, rapier.
Hey!
Yeah, Flynn hits.
Finally making up for your nat ones.
Yep. Look, I don't know what they were putting in that brandy, but I don't think it was legal.
So that's 50. Okay. Next, it's Stype.
Yep.
The funny result is Stype kills him and Gil runs in, unable to.
13.
He is blind, which I think is +2, possibly. Not stunned,
yeah.
which is +4. So yeah, you will hit him.
Okay. Five damage.
He's got 1 left, Gil.
Oh no, the pressure's
He's
on.
Yeah, with an elven battle cry, Gil charges in. Obviously, no one else understands it because there's no other elves here, so he could just be making up the fact it's an elven battle cry. He claimed there's an elven battle cry.
Yes.
Oh my god.
You roll the damage, but he's got 1 hit point left, so you've killed him.
Yeah, I do 2d4 damage. Well, if I put him to exactly 0, is he still dead? I can't. I can do about
no, he's not. Yeah, roll your damage. You have to roll your damage. Yeah.
I mean, it's 2d4 damage. It's two-handed bastard sword. So.
Yeah. You behead him.
Gentlemen, we've just killed some men in the street. I think we should leave very quickly.
I have face on my face.
You have what?
I
Face
have
on
face
his
on my
face.
face.
Let's get back. Yeah, let's go tidy that up back at home where no one can see.
Yeah. So round 4 declaration. At this point, none of them are conscious or alive. There's 3 of them who are alive.
Let me just grab a coin purse or 2, and we'll be on our way.
Yep.
No, that is probably worth it.
So are you spending the round looting?
Yeah, should loot
Yes.
them and see what's up with that weird-looking one, and then leave as quickly as we can.
Who's doing what? Just
What's wrong with that one over there?
So there are 5 of them. There's 4 of us. So if we each loot a different one, that'll be 1 left unlooted. So someone make sure we get the captain. I'll look at the weird one, and then if you 2 want to pick 2 others.
Yep, sure. Stype will loot the guy who's just knocked down.
I'm just gonna pick up the guy that I killed and sling him over my shoulder. This is
You're gonna
looting.
take the evidence with you. Normally you leave the evidence of your crime behind.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I just shake him upside down until anything valuable comes out.
oh yeah. So he's not trying to take him. He's just
What
So-
happens if you throw something off the edge of the rock?
It's space is problem.
floats off. That's a way of disposing of people, including execution. So that is an accepted way of dealing with the problem.
Okay.
Obviously, you are not right at the edge of the rocks. You have to carry these bodies, I guess.
Yeah. That is not a good solution here and now. But
Can we just leave a note saying it was self-defense?
no.
So, Gil, that's what you see.
Oh my
Who
god.
looks like
Okay,
that.
well, maybe we can. Maybe we can. What the fuck is that?
Is he biting his own tongue off? He's also carrying a bone. That should have tipped us off.
Is he a bad guy?
I get the
This
feeling
guy
that
looks
these
like a
guys carry
bad
down-
guy, but I don't want to be
Yeah.
racist, you know.
I mean, it looks like a zombie.
We should be sensitive. He clearly is suffering from extreme jaundice.
When
Yeah.
I loot him, is he like cold to the touch when I loot him?
I don't think he's cold to the touch.
Oh, probably not undead. Then.
Let's check. Maybe sort. I don't know. Maybe cold. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. Bit quite cold. Yeah.
And is he wearing the same insignia?
Yes, he has the same swatches.
You know, there's a bit of me that thinks if we're spending the time to loot them, maybe we should just coup de grace. You know, they did all see our face.
That seems suspiciously close to murder.
Well, they did attack us first, and yeah, that is true though. Yeah,
Let
It
them
was
sleep it off.
self-defense. I just don't want to have to explain it to any guys.
yeah.
I mean, we're already kind of on the watch list for the whole warehouse incident, so
Yes.
The fewer crimes we have to explain weren't really crimes, the better.
I mean, this one might have been a crime.
Yeah, I'll just tie their shoelaces together and then we'll leave.
Have we got any brandy left? Sprinkle some brandy over them, so it looks like take their flasks they were drinking from and like sprinkle it over them so they smell like alcohol.
Oh, that's...
I sprinkle some cocaine on them.
I look disturbed at how quickly my party have adjusted to planting evidence.
I was going to say, I think isn't the mage's lawful good, isn't he?
Lawful neutral.
Lawful neutral. Okay, so he can probably cope with this is war, you know.
Yeah. It was self-defense. It's just tampering with the evidence and stuff. It's a bit weird.
In that case, is Stype the only good member of this party?
Stype is neutral good, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I am good as well, which is why I don't want to coup de grace the people.
Yeah, Stype is not in favour of coup de grace-ing these people.
Okay. But what about this one?
Well, he's dead.
No. This one isn't dead, is he?
People look like that when they die, Chuck.
I thought the weird-looking one was one we killed.
No.
No, that's the one at the back. That was kind of sprayed down.
Oh no, we didn't kill him. He was already dead when we found him.
I mean, we might want to. I mean,
I think
in my capacity as a cleric, does this guy give me like a bad vibe?
He gives you a bad vibe.
Let's coup de grace that one then.
Guys, I've got bad vibes.
Yep.
We're killing based on vibes.
Yeah,
Right.
If
If you gentlemen want plausible deniability, you could look the other way a moment.
All right, hold on.
And then you didn't see it happen, you weren't involved, etc., etc.
Stype doesn't like undead.
Sorry,
He doesn't
Nick,
mind
missed
being
the comment.
complicit.
I have not seen Soul Eater. Has anyone seen Soul Eater? Nick asks in the comments. I don't know what Soul Eater is.
I do not know
That's
what it
an
is, I'm
anime,
afraid.
isn't it?
it's definitely an
It's
anime.
an
I don't
That's
know more
definitely an
about it,
anime. The girl turns into a scythe or something, or she's like a psychopomp that turns into a girl that turns into a scythe. Or
That
something.
sounds like anime,
But
alright.
this sounds very specialised. I know it's an anime, but still.
Yeah, that's all I know about it. Like I had some friends who were into it, but that was 8 years ago.
To be fair, the name does ring a bell. I say I haven't heard of it, the name does ring a bell. So, but I haven't seen it to know. So yes, So in terms of looting, could we have something? Alex, could you roll a d6 check? Because you're I'm going to assume you basically spent up to a turn checking bodies and coup de grace this one and debating whether or not you coup de grace people. So
Yeah.
It only takes 5 more minutes or 6 more minutes to fill out the turn after. Yep. So you have the streets yourself during this time, looking dead, desperately fearful that the the upper city magistrates turn up and find out what's happened. Yes. In terms of loot, you can take some coin purses on the 4 normal guys. The freaky guy has a quite valuable-looking gold pendant on. As in, genuinely lots of gold on a pendant. Nothing else.
Totally cursed.
Yeah, I was going to say, do not put that on.
Yeah, we'll take it, but absolutely not put it
Or
on.
like take it, but like with a hand wrapped in cloth or something. I'll pick it up.
Yeah. Gil's like, I'm the magic specialist here. Trust me. This is.
Trust me, this shit is fucked.
Yeah. Don't trust it.
It's some bad juju.
Yeah. The leader who is dead has a decorated, bejeweled battle axe that also looks does have some very fine engravings on it, on the axe itself, on the axe head.
I mean, it's very fancy, but it doesn't do much.
I mean, it's worth money.
Didn't hit you.
It's
Didn't
worth
hit you.
money. That's the important.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Claim the axe.
The leader will also has a red potion vial, and one of the other guys has an amber potion vial.
They were going to cheat.
Well, they're mercenaries. I think those are just professional, like, equipment.
Yeah, nothing else particularly stands out beyond what you could remember. You can strip them and sell all their clothes and get money for slightly battered suits of chainmail if you want to. So that's kind of up to you. But nothing else stands out as being particularly fine or interesting. Some are wearing chains, some are wearing leather. They have weapons. It depends if there's anything else you want to take from them.
I think they're surely just about to wake up. So
yeah, the basic arms and armor aren't worth enough to incriminate ourselves further.
You spend you spend 3 or 4 minutes debating and getting stuff, and then run away as the survivors wake up. There are 2 survivors. You coup de grace the weird one.
I'm not convinced we're the ones who killed the weird one, but
yeah.
We put his soul to rest. He was clearly some kind of undead or tortured spirit.
Or just someone who was wearing a cursed necklace that made him look weird, but
That might also be the case.
We're the good guys. We're the good guys. Okay?
I've never once claimed that in my life.
We're the neutral guys. I have no strong feelings about this encounter.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what true neutral now means, is not like interest in balance or kind of fairly self-directed or anything, but just completely indifferent to all things.
Like what was it called on Future Armor? The Grey Faction or whatever.
The neutral planet?
Yeah.
What
makes a man turn neutral? Lust for power.
I have restarted. I've only watched a few episodes. I haven't, but I did restart watching Future Armor recently. Still funny. Still good. Also, just got the complete DVD of Dad's Army. Also, it has come out. They've animated the lost episodes of Dad's Army. This is a very British thing. Sorry, BG.
But I don't know if any other country does that. Or the idea of lost episodes or animating.
At one point, our national television broadcaster, who made very good TV at that point in time, also decided to just scrap the back episodes because there was no syndication market and there was no home release of anything. And so they were like, well, we need to make space. And then it turns out that it's really valuable to have backstock and stuff now. But yeah, so Dad's Army is still hilarious. I recommend it. I'm not sure how far it translates across the pond, but it's very funny. Okay, let's go to Andrew. Do you want to roll a D6 encounter check?
Okay.
As you come into roughly back home.
5.
Yeah, you'll make your. You're now into the low city. Flynn, your encounter check to get home. D6 check. Yeah, cool. Now you arrive at the Red House to find Xeethra and Tom having gone home early. After the wedding, are waiting for you with a giant space hamster.
Huh?
I suspect I don't think either of them want to be anywhere near the space hamster from what they're saying last week, but they're on the other side of the room from the space hamster.
I guess I wash up and go to sleep on my nice warm hamster.
Yep.
That's a sentence.
Yep. So you will. You'll find in the coin purses. There's 100 gold. The pendant is worth 1,100 gold. And you've got the axe as well, and the axe has jewels worth 200 gold.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, that pendant definitely looks like wizard junk, though. We should
Yeah, we probably want to
tell
talk to somebody about
it off the lock.
What was the value of the pendant? Sorry, 1,100 gold.
Yeah. 1,100.
Wow.
And you wanted to avoid them.
Well, okay. Imagine if I wasn't here to put them all to sleep. What would have happened?
I would have
bad
killed them all.
things.
Remember that second round?
Yeah, when you all missed.
Imagine if that second round had happened and there were 4 of them awake.
But it didn't.
It didn't. So
It's from the same
and that's
guy who
because
was
I
still
hire the
delving
right.
in a
Because I always hire the right people to join me in battle. I can tell a good egg when I see one. I gave Gil a hug.
Yeah.
Ribs.
Yeah. Thank you, friend, for joining me in battle.
Oh. Yeah, I think come the morning, Gil would also use cantrip again just to make sure we're all like clean and free of all blood stains and little body bits. I think he can do that. I should
Yeah,
check
you
what
can
cantrip
clean
actually
or soil
does
an
for this.
object,
I
can't you?
assume, yeah. Well, that's 5th edition. It definitely can. I just don't remember if it can in this. So I
Cantrip. You're thinking about prestidigitation, but yeah.
Oh yes, yes.
Cantrip. There's a practice method for the apprentice. Well, the examples. Tinklings of ethereal music, brightening faded flowers, glowing balls that puff over the caster's hand, puffs of winter candles, spicing up aroma and flavours of bland food, little whirlwinds to sweep dust under rugs. Combined with unseen servants that also make housekeeping and entertaining super for the wizard. So yeah, you'll probably be able to clean off kind of the blood spatters and stuff.
Yeah. And leave us all smelling fresh. What's your preferred source of aftershave?
Yeah. What's your scent, boys?
The ancient spice.
Ancient Scythe.
Nice, yeah.
You want to smell like Shai Hulud.
Yeah. Yeah, we do have giant earthworms in another game that two of the guys here are in, which gets some shy jokes going. Yeah, so new day. That was the third night of the new adventure. So this is day 4 of the new adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a bit of time to play, haven't we? So what do you want to do with?
I think maybe we need to get off the Rock of Baal for a while. Who feels like going after a Nautiloid?
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, great idea. Into it.
I should ask. Actually, something I should have suggested last night. Stype, do you have access to cantrip? Not cantrip. Press
Horizon.
Horizon. I believe I do. Yeah. Do I have to take a slot for it?
No.
No, 0th level. You always have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because one of the things that can do is detect magic in like a single item.
Yeah.
Or well, not quite. It's one of the things you can do with it is if you put like an item.
Isn't
on
it
its own,
that you can look at? You can look basically in an area. You can detect if there's magic in a particular area.
Yeah. So if you just put one thing in the middle of a room and nothing else near it, you can check if that thing is magical.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll look at the house rules because I know I wrote that in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the obvious equivalent to cantrip, but it only appears in 2.5. It appears in
Yeah, it's one of the
powers and whatever magic. I'm gonna have to bring that name of that. What one is?
I'll tell you in a moment. As soon as this PDF stops being slow.
Yeah, magic.
I
Sense.
was gonna say,
The house rule in the Discord.
Skills and powers.
Skills and powers.
I mean, I just copy pasted the Horizon effect into the Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Horizon, I do have. I can detect magic. It's any item within 10 feet will cause a noticeable tingling, but I'm unable to determine what it is. But I guess if I can cast this at will, maybe I'll stand at the opposite end of the room to the thing.
You get one free per day.
It's just once
per day.
But once per day for free. But if we put it and nothing else that might be magical within 10 feet of you.
Yeah. Well, could I? Okay. Yeah.
Yards, but yeah.
Inside that counts as feet.
I don't know what these American measurements are.
Yards about a meter.
A yard is 3 feet.
Okay.
A yard's about a meter, and a foot's about a third of a meter.
Can you translate
A foot
that
is
into
about a
degrees Kelvin?
foot. He used Andrew Anson's feet. Let's not pretend. It's like I've never heard of this measurement. The foot, a humble inch.
What's the implication here that Andrew understands feet? Are we?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was supposed to be some sort of personal
Alex,
denigration.
I can add a different voice channel, Alex, if we need to. You to go and cool down in.
Yeah, but I can then make degenerate jokes in the YouTube chat.
Imagine banning your own players from your own YouTube chat. Yeah, what happened to Alex in the YouTube chat? He's banned.
Yeah, we cancelled him.
Yeah. Cool. So, what are we doing?
Yeah, we should
Yes.
should do that.
You can, yeah. You want to use auras on the previous night and on the day?
Yeah,
Yes,
might
that's
as well.
the
So
suggestion.
I'll first stand in the room where we're going to test it before all our loot's been taken in there and see if I get the tingling feeling. And then the next day I'll bring just the pendant in and do it again.
I've just realised we actually have, though we have warped by kits, we do have the perfect square of adventurers. Not in terms of every type, which is very, very rare case. It feels like last time it was as well. Obviously.
Well, we had what 6 people last time, right?
5? Yeah, 6 people. The others were a fighter and a fighter mage. This is a much. The lessons of Dark Sun have leached into people's brains.
Well, I don't know because we made these characters before Dark Sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, but I think Simon making a fighter was almost certainly the experience of you never have enough fighters. Respect. Yeah, and everyone I was just working out because everyone has earned bonus XP by class because of this.
Nice.
Basically, because Flynn gets the double gold XP, which is going to be very healthy for him getting to third level soon. I expect. Because Flynn almost certainly will have enough XP for second level. I should check that because I don't know if you actually want to wait 2 weeks.
I am second. Yeah.
Flynn might reach third before I reach second. That would feel so bad.
You need to earn more magic item XP, etc.
Yeah, just need to start casting spells. Like we need to get in more fights so I can cast more spells. It's that simple.
Yeah,
we need to get in more fights so I can kill people.
Yeah, indeed.
That deserve it.
I've just realised I know detect magic, so this whole shenanigans with the Horizon doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, Stype has declared he's detecting magic on one thing. If you want to detect magic on anything else, you are free to, obviously.
Okay. Well, if we're planning on going adventuring today, it's probably not worth preparing it. So
let's just do it with the.
Did you have it the previous day though?
I didn't have it prepared the previous day. No.
Oh, okay, no, that's fine. In that case, the Horizon. Stype, you're detecting on the pendant.
Yeah.
It is not magical.
Huh.
Intriguing.
Amazing.
What details are there about the pendant? What does it look like? Is it a locket? Can I open it?
It is a chunky golden chain. He is a rapper from the early 90s.
I see.
He's just released his first mixtape, and it's getting really hot underground.
Amazing.
I mean, he'll be getting very cold underground shortly.
Yeah.
Well, he already was quite cold, to be fair.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like they found him underground.
So I guess we can just sell it.
I feel like if we just go into a shop and sell it, we'll be like, they might ask where we got it. However, if we sell it when we come back from the Nautiloid, we can just claim it was legitimate salvage.
That's true. That is a good idea. Let's stash it here for now then.
Yeah. Leave it with Fussful, who is doing his own investigations, and is
Once
borderline
again, I'm
trustworthy.
impressed and disturbed by your expertise at this.
Well, it's just common sense, right?
Yeah, Fussful's like, did you eat the corpses?
I'm just resisting the urge to sort of, write down all of our intake of stolen goods in my account book.
Oh yes, we need to make sure we pay appropriate taxes.
Yeah. I do need to charge you living expenses in this campaign. Which is, I think, it's nominally 100 GP per PC per month. Albeit you can back charging is kind of acceptable sometimes.
I need to gold for this room.
Oh no, 100 gold for all of the alcohol and shoe shining and equipment up repairs and things like that.
Cost of living crisis hit Brawl too then.
Yeah.
Do you think I'm going to let you people slum around with dirty shoes?
This is all. It's that you are not like actual random hobos. This is part, I think part of the thing is that the idea that the PCs are weird murder hobos who don't have any roots and don't do anything other than go on adventures to kill stuff to fulfill the plot. It is that you are Conans and Faffords and people like that. You know, you are adventurers with large amounts of money, inflating the local economy. Yeah, Brawl probably has, because it has adventures visited, it has a horrendous economy. Yeah.
We're like the equivalent of a group of artists slumming it in a New York studio.
Yeah. I was going to say the 100 gold pieces per month. I think Beej is right to point this out in the Discord. Is functionally the 100 GP per person per month is all on Flynn's clothes. It's not actually equally shared at all. Just everyone. It's basically that, because of his gambling debts, which, good, because they get you connections. It's why you can go to Hastain's house.
Yeah.
But you just have to subsidise his gambling addiction. Are you going to Jackson today then to fly?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes.
Yeah, Jackson is excited. Jackson, I think, is Jackson the first level fighter? Obviously, he kind of assumes all the time he's going to be like hanging out on the Star Sail to keep it safe. There we go. Yeah, Jackson will prepare to fly. As you prepare to fly, you will hear a rumor down the docks that in the Noble District, a new inn is opening with an adventurers guild attached.
What's it called, Owen?
Oh dear.
The people at the docks don't know. So someone saw their door. They saw a handbill, but they don't have it.
Well, maybe that'll be open by the time we get back.
It sounds suspiciously like a cult.
It does sound a bit like a cult.
Why would you open Twilight?
An adventurer's
inn or something.
Yeah, the Twilight Wildcat, something like that. That's what the guy thinks it's called down at the docks.
The Morning Kitten.
Yes.
Anything that brings more business to the block. I love capitalism. Apparently, I don't know why I'm saying all this.
But if it's a business in the noble estate, then surely that's not smart. Oh,
space.
The one place uncorrupted by capitalism.
Exactly.
That's definitely why you're going to lose somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's hit up my sailing ambience playlist.
If this isn't just sea shanty from RuneScape. Oh, disappointing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you hear the creaking, good old creaking of the main mast. I mean, there was one mast on this one. Yeah, so... Yes. Yeah. I'm just going to... I will drop it. I'll put it elsewhere as well, but I will put the Star Sails stats in Roll20 in the chat, and I'll put it on the Discord later so you can quickly see. There we go.
Yep.
Right. So, which means that you have, because there are 7 of you, and it's 2 tons, and I think it is a ton per person for 2 months or something, or something like that. Was it a ton for 4? Yeah, for 1 month. So it basically means you've got just over 2 weeks of airtime, unless you can refresh in a body, a body that has sufficient air to outweigh fouling. So think of it. I mean, Jackson will say the safety is a week there, a week back at most. Obviously, because of interplanetary travel being so fast, as long as you don't hit other bodies, that he wouldn't be panicked about that because he's like, well, we'll go there, and then it'll only take a few days probably, and we can spend several days at the wreck if we want to. Do you want to buy any more equipment? He'll say before you go, because we can't. He's like, there aren't any outfitters there, but do you want any salvage equipment or anything else? He doesn't have salvage equipment.
Yeah.
Let me just check if I've already written a shopping list. I've not. So I'll just tell you what I've got on me, and then we can think if we need anything else. It's the same for all you guys. I have torches, rope, crampons, pythons, a scarf and gloves, a 10-foot pole, and a bonsai.
Rope, grapnel, lantern, and oil. An equipment tether to attach my backpack to me when we're in space.
That's clever.
A whetstone and a lot of wine. The wine is probably unhelpful.
Who wants wine? The major adds apropos nothing.
Oh, pythons as well. Did I mention pythons?
I don't remember, but they're just good enough that we should all have some.
Yeah.
I thought of one thing I want. Any more for any more?
Rope, I guess, but Stype doesn't really know. He doesn't do this sort of thing.
Yeah. A crowbar would probably be handy for... Unless we're just using me to open doors.
I mean, we could do that, but I think you'd have an easier time with a crowbar. Maybe we should get not a crowbar, but a full-on like pry bar. Just like a crowbar, but long.
Yeah.
A long bar.
Yeah, just a crowbar tied to a 10-foot pole.
Yeah. How much do we pay for a Giff crowbar?
A Giff crowbar. I mean, is it like double cost for your armor and stuff?
Yes.
That'd be surely double cost for a gift-sized crowbar.
Yeah. I have no idea.
You need a gift-sized crowbar. Surely you just need a normal-sized crowbar. If you're only crowbarring normal-sized things, you can just apply more force.
But if you got a gift-sized crowbar, then you could crowbar big things.
True.
The other thing I was going to pick up might be something like some chalk, some charcoal, something for making marks, so we can.
Yeah,
I was just thinking.
Stype will buy some chalk. Well, actually, Stype doesn't carry any money, so Stype would like somebody to buy him some chalk.
Okay. I don't know how much chalk costs, but I definitely have the money for that.
Yeah, it'll be negligible.
Chalk is 1 copper per stick, so say 1 silver to get him 10 sticks. Was there anything else you wanted?
Uh,
Were you saying extra rope?
I have rope myself, and I'll also get a sea captain's hat.
Three of us have rope already, so I think we've got enough.
Yeah.
A cap is 1 silver, so that's 2 silver.
Okay, I want a captain's cap.
Yeah.
And what about those little shoulder, like broom things? What are those?
What?
Epaulets?
Yeah,
I don't know if the major approves of you donning.
Yeah, this is,
cosplaying with a hat is one thing, but epaulets?
Yeah, I feel like it's posing as a military officer here.
Can Stype also have stopped by to get
Commodore?
Sorry.
Of the ship.
What was that, Stype?
Can I get some holy water from the temple before we go?
That's a good idea.
Yeah, holy water is a 25 gold donation. So call it 10 because you are in the biz. I mean, that'd be like how many vials do you want?
Oh, just for like spell components, I only need a little bit.
It's
probably
worth
that's the point. That's the point you were asking this, Alex. In terms of have you got? It's normally, apart from for holy water, it's for anything that's not otherwise valued. It's 3 gold per package spell component. Yeah. So if the casters want to decide how much they want to get, spells,
I'd picked up. Well, I think color spray is my only spell with a component. I think because shield is just verbal somatic. Read magic just need a mineral prism, which is not expended. Detect magic is verbal somatic. So yeah, it's just color spray.
Do you want to set, rather than worrying about it, getting a list from Tom now, do we want to set aside a budget for Stype's extra components? Because at least for Fairy Fire, we'll need an extra component.
Yeah, I need Fox Fire, Fairy Fire, I need Holy Water for Bless. I don't need anything to cure like wounds.
Set aside 30 gold.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can get 10
so 20 gold, 10 of that for a vial of Holy Water. Or 2, I mean, how many vials of Holy Water do you want?
I only need a few drops of Holy Water for Bless, so...
is that only a few drops?
It's a sprinkling,
in that case,
I can't find a price anywhere for a crowbar or a pry bar.
It would be more than a gold, surely.
Just looking at missing equipment, I can't do it. So if it's 25 gold standard, call it 8. You've got 8 uses of Bless out of that. It's just you're getting it at a discount because you're from the temple. So yeah, and then 20 extra, so 21 extra, 7 other components to be determined between sessions.
Yeah, and I think we should get possibly a second and a third vial as well, just in case, because we are going to a Mind Flayer ship. You know, who knows what bad things are there.
Yeah.
So, take off 50 total.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take that out of what I'm tracking as.
That'd be, and you're getting 3 components, I guess, as in 3 bits of powder, packaged powder.
I can't find.
I'd already bought coloured sand last session.
In that case, 2 vials of Holy Water is 20. Components, 5 other random components, which to be determined later, that's 21. And then you've got 2 silver of Misk, which is chalk, cat. Anything else? That is 41.2. Do you want rations?
Yes, we need rations. We definitely need rations because we're going to be on a ship for at least up to 2 weeks.
I'm just deducting from my personal fund for the stuff I'm getting, so don't worry about adding that to a tally.
Okay, no, in that case, you get what you want, and I'll just add it to the stuff I'm putting in. Sheets. Yes, so food. It is, what is it? 3 gold for 7 ordinary rations.
Every time it comes to it, we try and figure out where we've written this down.
6, 6. That'd be 6 times 7 if you want 2 weeks rations each week in Jackson.
A week of fresh and a week of iron, right?
So that'd be you'd be 8 each. So that is 8 times 7, which is 54. Is it?
54.
56. 56.
56. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that brings up 97.2. Yeah. So I'll just take that off. That's most of the gold we looted off those guys last night, but
Yeah, in terms of straight, that's what the gold's there for. You'd also earn the large amount of platinum, to be fair, off a really easy job. Well, it turned out easy because the main risk, which was that you rolled like 15 encounter checks and didn't get anything when you should have got 2.5. You were basically very lucky last time, whereas this time the encounter turned out to be quite productive. So, look on the bright side of life. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Given we're going to be, in space for 2 weeks, Gil would like to buy a book, just like a book to read.
Oh yeah, call it at 1 gold.
Yeah.
You can go to the bookseller who in the Great Bazaar.
Gil tries to figure out how to ask for a book that's just all about how great Spiral is without sounding weird.
Yeah. No, he'll find you a volume of the history of Spiral Space, which is from was published 30 years ago.
Oh, the glory days.
Does not mention the Second Inhuman War, therefore.
Yeah.
So let's just remind ourselves. Pay for 5 more minutes this tonight. So to orient yourself, because this is probably useful, isn't it? Let's spend the remaining 5 minutes orienting ourselves on Bra space, because this is your first time in space. It is technically squared, but it's not squared because you need to measure this side of it, usually because of how fast ships go, isn't it? Like 200 million miles. Pretty rapidly. as I think you can travel, and it's in what is it? What is the exact? Is you can travel an AU, which I think is 200 million miles, isn't it, or something like that, in a very short amount of time, basically. That is, unless another object intervenes.
150 million kilometers, 93 million miles.
Okay, yeah, we roughly 100 then, or something like that.
Yeah.
Movement, long range combat. You're in wild space rather than the Phlogiston. That's the disadvantage of the Star Cell. The biggest disadvantage is that it's well, I guess none of you can pilot it is actually the biggest disadvantage. But they can't go onto the Phlogiston. Long range movement, not in atmosphere. Taking off and landing, we don't need to worry too much about that for this purpose because you'll be on a key. 100 million miles per day, so basically an AU, regardless of your SR rating, which is 4 million miles per hour. It doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel that fast. But yeah, basically, when there is no interruption, the magical power of something that is magically powered it's essentially, it's light speedish, isn't it? You just go so rapidly. So yeah, you could travel. I need to check all the exact distances between. But yes, you'll be able to get to where you need to go most of the time quite quickly, unless you are heading to planetary atmospheres and stuff. I think there is a point made that Earth's system, if it was a crystal sphere, would be like to get to the outside edge would still be like 72 AU or something. Like it's still a long way to get to the edge of our solar system using Spelljammer. So it's not that therefore it's just instant to get everywhere. But to get somewhere within a couple of planetary rings or something, it's not actually that bad. Yeah, we've talked about air. Don't really need to worry about time to take off, I don't think, because it's going to take. You're not actually on a planet; you're on a key, which is 500 yards per point for every per round for every point of its ship's rating, which is 17 miles per hour. The point is, you will launch, and you'll be outside of the gravity well of Brawl, because the gravity actually doesn't extend very far. You'll be out of the gravity well of Brawl fairly quickly. There is a gravity well rule. In fact, it's going to be like one turn. It's going to be barely any amount of time to get out, or 1 or 2 turns to get out of the rock as well, at most. And yeah, it takes 36 days to reach Pluto, 72 days therefore to reach the end of, Earth space for our system or a crystal sphere. So, in terms of the major parts of the system, and to talk about where you're going to need to go to the outside ring, either grey ring of Brawl space, which the only major object on this Iron Piece, the known planet, that is where it's reported to be. But from the inside out, you have the primary, the sun, and a couple of Earth bodies fairly near that. You then have the red belt, the green belt, the blue belt, and then the violet belt, which is the most important, as in it's along with the most planets on it. The violet belt has Instance the Gods' Marbles, which is where the Pish are. It has the grain fields, very valuable asteroid farms for the great houses of Brawl. The Rock of Brawl itself, Spiral, is on the violet belt. And then the grey belt, further out and a bit colder, you have Iron Piece, and then you also have on the same rough orbital line as Iron Piece, the Wrecked Northloid. So yeah, it'll take you a day to get out there. I think, probably just over a day looking at the distance between rings. But yes, it's not going to take you very far because I got the measure tool. You can see that is the rough line to line of the rings.
Yeah.
So it's not that far. But yes. And
I see.
Yeah. it's gonna be, got 2 spaces. You're not on the inner track. You're on the same ring. You're on the same space event to start with, and then you'll be going through controlled space. In that case, it's to travel to the right ring, which we might as well do tonight before we finish. Locate the North Lloyd and then end it there. Is going to be only 2 checks on a D20, but it'll be 2 in 20 chance, basically, 2 or 3 in 20, depending on where you are, as you travel. So you rolled last. Flynn rolled an encounter last. So Tom, you want to roll D20?
D20.
Mm-hmm.
Le 6.
6. See, you're not on a 6 in 20 chance because it's 1. You're not on the inner track. You are in the same ring as a planet. You're in the same ring, several planets in fact. You start in the same space as a planet, so it's +2. It's patrolled, so 3. Asteroid belt for the Gods Marbles 4. So you are 1 off an encounter there. That was a 5 in 20 chance. You then head out. Boom! You head out towards the Grey Belt, which is patrolled and same ring as a planet, but you're not going to Iron Piece itself, so it's just +2. As far as you know, I'm kind of giving you the transparent stats up front so you understand what we're doing. And that will be a 3 in 20 chance, essentially. Alex, roll to ruin the end of the session.
Watch this.
Oh my god, he actually did it. The madman.
Okay, so we'll work this out. Roll a D100 for me. We'll just go through the procedure. So I'm using the revised encounter tables from the great Spelljammer.org, which is like which is also where Brawl Space is. Yes, roll a D100. 18. Okay. Let's just go to. Do you want a second D100, please?
Oh no!
Oh, it's never good, is it?
Well, they're nested tables, so this is standard.
Subtable F.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say that's the Dark Sun disaster, isn't it? When you realise you've gone onto a bad one. You grind to a halt and enter tactical speed. You will know you're near something because the way that spelljamming works is it goes like poof, you just stop, like not literally stop. You drop from hundreds of millions of miles an hour or whatever to millions of miles an hour per hour to 500 yards per turn or whatever it is per round.
We dropped out.
70 miles an hour. Yeah, basically, you're in the gravity well or something. And there is a dark, very low albedo rock ahead of you.
Huh. What does that mean?
Low reflection.
It's not very bright. It's not reflecting very much sun from the sun.
Oh, it's like a type of rock, albedo.
Yeah, as in there's just a very dark rock ahead of you.
Albedo is just like how much it reflects, and the type of rock is, I assume, whatever surface it is causing it not to reflect a lot. Which
I think yeah. I guess none of you would automatically know this well, though. I guess it might well be that Xeethra or Tom would know this kind of stuff if they're with you. But Jackson could also say, like, depending on the mineral content and stuff like that, what things are in it affect how much it reflects. But no, people are not experts on this. Yeah, there is a quite dark rock ahead of you.
Can I have a whole bunch of proficiencies related to like navigation, direction sense. Could I try and like basically take measurements to figure out where this is on a map, so that maybe we can set the location?
What? Yeah. You could chart it. Yeah. Does anyone have paper? I guess you have your spell book. That's a very valuable piece of paper to use. But
I mean, I've got chalk, which you could just map out on the deck.
Yeah.
I did not buy paper.
No, that's something should have got.
Okay, so you're putting chalk on the deck. Charts are valuable, guys.
But you're not having that.
Yeah.
On the back of the map that this young member of House Moon gave you. But yes, no, you can do that. What proficiency were you suggesting using?
Well, I have probably anything you could ask for. I have direction sense. I have navigation wild space. I've got Oh, okay. I've only got those two. I thought I had another one.
Yeah, roll your navigation, because this won't be. You're not a cartographer, so it's not an expertise here. But, like, you can say roughly, this is what it looked like. This is roughly where it was.
They're actually the same
Add it
numbers.
to map.
E.
Yeah. So yeah, you've made your first map then.
Yeah.
You obviously can. There's not going to be loads of stuff
chalk on a table.
Yeah. You can annotate the map, obviously, but this isn't going to be super relevant. This is somewhere on the grey ring, roughly. Okay, as you're slowed down, you can just get out. It'll only take, remember, again, a turn or something to launch out, so I won't worry about the timing for that. But in that case, what were you going to say? Sorry, it's going to be Andrew.
I was going to ask if there's if we want to check if there's anything on it, because know it's one thing to know where it is, but it's another thing to know if it's got anything valuable on.
Yeah.
If it turns out it's twice as valuable as the ice asteroid we charted in the prologue, then that's valuable data.
Yep. No, that's fine. You're gonna head in then.
Yeah, I imagine we could probably just skim over the surface, look for signs of life or caves or anything.
Yeah, that's fine. There is no atmosphere as you come closer. You don't lose to it because, at least not appreciably, because it's not like, it's not obviously full of stuff that's sucking air away. So you don't seem to be losing air to it. It doesn't have an atmosphere of its own though. So that would mean that you would, to make it safe to go onto, unless you're using spells, you'd need to create an atmosphere on it. Or you'd need to have a ship dropping its atmosphere onto it or something like that. Or you'd have to have spells. These are things that explorers have to deal with.
Yeah.
Obviously. What you do see as you get closer is that there is just a little bit of red dust. Only small amounts over fairly kind of dull grey and black rocks that there's some metallic glint at points with a little red dust.
I have suspicions on what this could be, but I doubt the Major knows anything about metallurgy.
I mean, I think everyone knows that rust is red.
Okay, fair enough.
You can report the appearance, can't you, on your chart?
Yeah.
Without pretending you had a metallurgist with you.
Yeah. I mean, we might not know what the rocks are or what the glints might be, but I think we can assume that there's probably some kind of iron there.
Yeah.
Without metagaming too much.
Yeah. Okay, Andrew, do you wanna? Assuming that's your report. You can do more if you want. Your ship is not super geared to land here because of the lack of atmosphere.
Yeah.
I mean, technically,
you could literally land on it. I should say you could. Though it can't land on it can't land on land. The star sail. Yeah. So it'd have to kind of heave to next to it, and then you'd have a very narrow space in which you could explore.
Pity we can't grab samples or something, because that could be handy if we're trying to sell the location. But
I mean, someone could jump off, and we could throw them a rope so they can get back on.
Breathing.
Hold your breath.
I've got slow respiration.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's check how that works.
Although, I think that's called asthma.
Don't worry, guys. It'll be safe for us to explore the planet. He's got asthma. Wouldn't that make it worse? No, he doesn't. He doesn't breathe.
Have you not seen signs? It means it's better.
Great. Yeah, check that.
Oh my god, what the hell? I just tried to look it up on some website and it gave me this like completely unformatted wall of text.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god, hang on. Give me a second, I'll look up in the actual book.
Andrew, do you want to roll the last encounter? Because basically what we'll assume is if Tom can go down, if Stype can go down, he will. Otherwise, he won't. And
fair enough.
Yeah. D20, 3 in 20 chance at the moment. So yeah,
4.
you will.
4.
Based on the information you'd got from via Old Man Star and via the rumour mill about the position, you will drop to by a nautiloid. So like it's a big inverted snail shell with the ram is like at the bottom is the kind of the gastropod, as it were, but coming out of the shell. And so yeah, it's a spiral. It's a kind of big spiral shell going up with a kind of upside down entrance to it. And you'll see that the top of the shell has been smashed apart. It is floating adrift, dead in space. Yeah, Tom, do you have your rules for it yet, or should we do that?
Yeah. If I succeed, fighting chance is 1 turn. If I fail, work. Hang on a second. Fails, I can attempt to use it again on the next turn. Okay.
So yeah.
Characters note. Oh, I'm unable to take any action while in this trance.
Oh, it's a trance spike. Okay. Yeah. In that case, you don't do it. You say I can help, and then you just go into a trance.
Yeah. You could chuck me, tie a rope around me.
Yeah, what if we just sort of glue magnets to them, and if any of the rocks are iron, they'll stick to his sort of unconscious.
I was going to say, it's interesting that now you're now doing something and surveying. You're like, man, we need different equipment to make atmosphere-free drops and jumps and stuff.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the miscellaneous equipment in the player's handbook doesn't really give you any suggestions on that.
It doesn't include scuba on the equipment.
Or spacesuits.
Yeah. Well, but we you can make a shopping list for next time, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, every time I feel like every time I play D&D, I add stuff that I wish my character had, a whole bunch of mundane stuff.
Well, shall we leave that there for tonight then?
Yeah.
With you arriving at the North Lloyd, at the Rex North Lloyd, and next 2 weeks' time, probably. I think is when we're assuming we're next playing. We will, go into the North Lloyd.
Oakley dokley.
Well, I'm going to end the stream.
You're right there,
Thanks for tuning in, people.
Yeah.
I think I'm annoying me tortoises, one of them sort of croaking at me.